Hello, dear ones. So, I am listening to this beautiful podcast, and first of all, I just wanted to share it with you. And thank you to Jessa Reed for sharing it with me via her Patreon. Go check that out if you're interested. And it's about the gene keys, which I only know a little bit about. But what I really am appreciating, and it's a worthwhile conversation on, it feels like hundreds of topics because it's like 3 hours long. What I'm really struck by is that I've been thinking a lot about faith and trust. And it turns out faith, trust, and hope, none of those are gene keys. Those seem like such important words, don't they? But what I realized is you only have to have faith or trust or hope if you're scared. If you're not, like, I don't have to have faith that this next step I'm not going to fall into a burning pit of lava. I'm not operating any faith or trust or hope right now. I'm just walking because I know that the ground is going to hold me. Now, do I really, really, really know? No. But I am so sure that I'm not having to drum up any faith or hope or trust. So I think this is really fascinating to think about because we say, like, I want more faith, I want more trust, I want less doubt. And Bashar talks about this too, that like you have all sorts of faith and trust and belief in all sorts of things. It's not that you need more faith or trust. It's that you just need to notice what you're putting your faith and trust in. And the I don't really understand the gene keys, but the like ascended piece or the siddhi of the 29th gene key, which is what he was talking about, which is commitment, is the gene key, and then I might be getting this wrong, but the siddhi is devotion, and the siddhi is like the awakened or the enlightened perspective that comes from understanding both the gene key and the shadow, the gift and the shadow of the gene key. So I've been thinking so much about devotion too, and I'm realizing that devotion comes from a deep commitment, which, like, you commit to something when you feel sure about it, and you don't need any faith or trust or hope. And the shadow of it, I think, is half-hearted. And again, I might be mixing this up, but that maybe the gene key is not commitment, but the practice is commitment, and the gene key is, or the gift is, half-hearted, and then like abysmal, like jumping off a cliff. And yeah, I don't have a clear point, but I love how these things feel rolling around in me. And I love to think about, like, I don't need to drum up a bunch of faith and trust in order to have devotion. Maybe it's the assurance that it doesn't matter what happens when I jump off the cliff. That I'm just jumping off the cliff to jump off the cliff. I'm not jumping off the cliff to be caught. I'm not jumping off the cliff to be brave. I'm not jumping off the cliff to prove that I have faith. I'm just jumping off the cliff for the sake of jumping off the cliff. And that feels like, you don't love to get something. You love because you can't help but love. And it's an abandon, like a complete abandon. Anyways, I love you. I'll link everything below. Go check out that podcast, Tetragrammaton. And the guest is Rick Rubin. Okay, love you.